So there were some rumblings of this happening. Well, this has happened. This is a reality. Kenny Pickett, the Pittsburgh Steeler now. I'll be honest, I thought this was going to be Malik Willis. I really did. I felt confident that they were going to go quarterback here. They didn't have a ton of needs. Round 20 is when it doesn't feel like as much of a reach on quarterback. So let's just talk about Kenny Pickett as a whole for a second. I made a whole film study on him already. You can search that up if you're a Steelers fan, want to hear more about him, more of my thoughts. But basically, the broad thing about him is he's a really good athlete, runs very well, just doesn't have a huge arm. His arm itself is, not great. There's been some concerns about his hand size. I don't know how much I care about that, but listen, that's been a very real concern. So kind of the hope is he could be a Joe Burrow type, where Burrow was also kind of a one-year wonder, much like Pickett. Burrow also had smaller hands, and I think you could say Burrow didn't have the biggest of arms, although Burrow's arm definitely bigger than Pickett's currently is. So that's the hope. That's the way you can talk yourself into it. I don't know. Kenny Pickett isn't Joe Burrow, but I guess that's just kind of the thought here. But here's what I'll say. With this selection, it's kind of cool to see Kenny Pickett, stay in Pittsburgh. That's just kind of cool, because he played college at Pitt. Now he goes to the Steelers. So, I think that's neat. I think that's interesting. And I do feel like the Steelers are better off with Kenny Pickett than they would have been with, with Mitchell Trubisky. So here's where things get interesting, right? Because okay, so I'm not a huge Kenny Pickett fan. I don't hate him either. I had him as quarterback 3. I had him as a fringe first rounder. So here at 20, that feels fine to me. I think where things get interesting is it's pretty much always a good decision to take a quarterback if you need a quarterback. That's pretty much just a good team building strategy. The bad team building strategy is when you then give that quarterback 4 years because you feel like you have to. No, if Kenny Pickett sucks as a rookie, okay, well then look at other options. You got to start getting quarterbacks now. Ben Roethlisberger is gone, so you got to figure some stuff out. And the one thing that, people say about Pickett, and I think it's probably true, is he is kind of the most pro-ready quarterback. So there's some people who believe there's, discussion. Are the Steelers ready to compete now, or are they ready to compete in the future? I think it's not now, but if you are someone who believes this, the Steelers could be competitive, they did make the playoffs last year with bad quarterback play, this might be the way to maximize this next year. I think this might be the pick that will help them the most in the 2022 season. Now, does that mean that it'll help them the most, in the future? That remains to be seen, but I'm basically never going to criticize a team for drafting a quarterback. Not never. I mean, I criticize Jordan Love, but I'm rarely going to criticize a quarterback needy team for drafting a quarterback. They need a quarterback. Theirs retired. They got one. So, I have no issues with the pick. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Kenny Pickett to the Steelers? Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.